Welcome back, Leonard here. Today we're going to talk about why you shouldn't waste your time with useless coding projects that will not get you any further in life and escape tutorial hell. Do you know it? You're stuck in tutorial hell, following the same tutorials repeatedly over and over again without feeling that you're making any progress. Are you losing your motivation to keep on coding because you're coding all day without having anything to show for? Then let me help you. Change that and give you a new perspective on how you can build side projects in a better way that will help you in the long term. We all know having projects in our portfolio is important to show your skills and learn new ones, but just following a coding tutorial on YouTube or Udemy is a waste of time, will not get you any further in life because you're just building a basic to-do app or landing page which might help you learn the basic of a language, but it only applies if you learn something from it and not just copy and paste the code. But besides that, you're wasting your time because you will never deploy it, the application, or get any users, and you're not providing any value. And even if you deploy it, there's no reason anyone would use a basic to-do app because there are so many other better alternatives out there. So what should you do now? Either to be successful as an entrepreneur developer and create your own website or app, or have projects that you can put on your portfolio that will actually stick out and show an employee that you have initiative and can think outside of the box. The answer is to develop a user-focused project with the intent of finishing your projects and getting users to use it and make money, or show your employee that you not only understand the technology but are also capable of improvising with the customer and understands what he needs, and show that you're creative and can think outside the box. I, as many other aspiring developers, have fallen into the pit of despair called the tutorial hell, where I try to learn a new language or technology and end up following hours upon hours of coding tutorials on YouTube or Udemy, and where you, for example, build a to-do app or a Twitter clone, but if you actually understand the program you wrote and how things work, the only thing you now have is a dead GitHub repo, or maybe even a slow deployed website that nobody, not even you, uses, since there are already so many better or similar or even the exact same alternatives out there if you just follow the tutorial one-to-one. And at the end of the day, you just wasted your time, since you can't even put it on your portfolio because thousands and thousands of other people did the exact same project and you will not even stand out and didn't get anything out of it. I struggled with that over a long time and got more and more frustrated because I was constantly working and building stuff but never seen anything come from it, which made me lose hope, and I even thought about quit coding, but because I never knew how to escape this rut. But then I started focusing more on creating projects that actually have an actual use case and provide value to users, which then gave me a motivation to continue. This should be your overall goal, to improve the lives of other people. Creating a valuable, usable product was the whole point why I even got into coding in the first place, since it's the only skill set where one person can build something that is easily scalable and usable and basically change the world without having to deal with production, logistics, or any other things that surround the physical product. And the fact that you can now see your work changing in real time is also a factor what makes coding so attractive and rewarding for many people. Making something unique and more usable doesn't even require you to come up with a completely new technology or ground up revolutionary idea. You can still follow these tutorials and then implement a new feature or twist and one of your already existing application that would make people want to use it and simplifies their life. Giving you an example from me personally was to build a to-do app that optimizes the tasks of a user for the day by sorting them by the importance and the time needed to complete tasks, and then automatically add the tasks into the user's Google Calendar, so the users can only focus on the important tasks of the day. This project is particularly interesting because it goes further than a normal to-do app, since it not only implements the classic to-do feature, but also the optimization algorithm and the implementation of the Google Calendar API, which made it way more interesting and usable than a normal to-do app. But first I had to think of a problem that I had, which was that I never knew with which task for the day I had to start and what is important for the day, and also when to do it. And then I asked people I knew if they had the same problem and how I could help them. Then after I had the problem to solve, I broke the project down into finding the tech stack I wanted to build it with and found a basic suitable algorithm that I had then to modify to fit my purpose. But I could still follow a tutorial for my tech stack I used for the to-do app and then implement my own features to set it apart. So the thing we learn is that we first have to think about a unique value we can provide before we even think about the tech part. As I said in business, start with a problem and then build your solution around it. Or we will code something useless in an abandoned project and waste our most valuable resource, our time, because we have a limited amount of that, and we have other responsibilities to attend to besides our side projects, like school, work, relationships. And our goal should be to push out the most usable product that provides the most amount of value to as many people as possible, as efficiently and as fast as possible, so we can scale it up and focus our time on something new if this doesn't work out. But how do we now find new ideas to put twists in our projects? The first step is to ask yourself, what apps or sites are you using and what value are they giving to you? And are there any aspects of that could be better? If yes, then build a crude version of that and implement your feature to make it unique, like the to-do app with the sorting algorithm as a unique feature. If you don't find anything, then go talk to your friends, colleagues, family about what they need and write it down. The more people you talk to, the more different perspectives you will get, and the easier it will come out with new problems you can create a solution for. If all that doesn't work because you're sitting in a dark basement all day and have no friends or family you can talk to, then just go online, go on Reddit or Quora and ask people what they want, or find the most upvoted questions or problems, because people are really likely to share their problems, and the more impressions or ideas you get, the easier it will be to find new solutions you can actually build. Your goal should be to talk to as many people as possible, because the more ideas, the more solutions, and not every solution is completely, and not everyone has the same problems, but most problems are kind of the same, especially if you're in a close-knit community of the people with the same interest. And then you can just build a Venn diagram between one person's problems and the others and find a middle ground and have a big enough user base from the get-go. So your goal should be to first do research before you even think about building a product or think about a tech part. Because if you have an initial user base or initial problem, you can then mold your technology around that, and don't just push something out that no one wants to use because it doesn't solve anything. So what you should take away from this: you should go out there and build a product or project with the intent of making a viable product that is market ready and provides users with value, while also making money from those users, while at the same time sharpen your skills and help you find your foot in the door by showing employers that you are not only capable of building something but also understand customer needs and wants, and be creative about it and kind of get a new perspective on old things or problems. Because this skill set is more and more required, because more and more people, especially from all around the world, getting into software development, and it doesn't only give you, and you won't be able to compete or stick out if you just follow the same path everyone else is taking. So spice it up a bit. And with all that said, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one, and goodbye.